Hi guys, so it's June 10th, Monday, and I think I am finally ready to post a video about Avengers Endgame. So, I'm not gonna go by detail by detail. I've seen the movie so many times, I can't even count really. Well, I can count how many times I've seen it in the theater, but I downloaded it, I got a virus on my computer, but it was kind of worth it, whatever. Anyway, so so a year ago, well, over a year ago, Avengers Infinity War came out, and it totally left us on a total cliffhanger because obviously half the superheroes died. Also, this video is spoilers, obviously, but if you haven't seen it, then you're not a true fan. So, whatever. So, anyway, what I was going to say is some people can argue that Infinity War was better, but I don't see why because it just felt like kind of like a lead up to Avengers Endgame. Anyway, so I want to first start by saying that my favorite superhero is Iron Man, 100% Tony Stark, since 2008, and whatever. So I really loved Iron Man. I loved Captain America. I love all the superheroes except the Winter Soldier, but that's his own thing, whatever. So yeah, I really loved Tony and Steve. And then after Civil War, I was a little PO'd at Steve because Tony's my favorite, so obviously I was Team Iron Man. And so, whatever. So, there are a few things that were left unsaid, throughout the whole series. So, we never got, a conclusion with, these are just some things, I always wanted to see, and some of them are small, but, for example, we never got to see, Tony and his dad, really have an ending. We never got to see Pepper and Tony really get together. We never got to see Peter and Tony's climax, which I'm still kind of disappointed about because I feel like there wasn't enough time for them. And we never got to see Steve and Tony make up. We never got to see, this is before Avengers Endgame obviously, but yeah, we never got to see we kind of got to see Loki and Thor. But there were just so many things that we never really got to see. We never got, Peggy and Steve and all these things. And, one thing about Avengers Endgame is I feel like every single thing that, I could have thought of came together. And, every single, little tiniest details, even the ones I didn't even think, even the ones I didn't think that, I needed to see before, the end, every single thing it delivered. It was, for diehard fans, that was the movie. So at first, spoiler, obviously, Tony Stark dies at the end. And at first, the first time I saw it, I was screaming, I literally had a mental breakdown, still am, I was so heartbroken, so upset, I never thought that my heart could break in a way that it did after that movie. I didn't understand that heartbreak actually meant that your heart actually you felt it split in half. When Tony Stark died, my world rocked. That was that was the worst thing. Just because it's more than just a movie. And all the shirts that it's more than just Iron Man, more than just a movie, more than just a fan. The whole entire thing is more than just a series. It's more than just superheroes. Because I don't know. It's just it went on for so long. It's this whole story, and I don't know, I went through a really hard time the past couple months, and honestly, one of the main things that got me through it was just watching those movies. And I know it sounds stupid, but it's they're more than movies, and Tony Stark is more than a character. They're all more than it seems. And I know it sounds stupid and kind of childish because they're Disney movies, even though whatever, but I don't know, that's an era that is a big part of my life, and a lot of other people too. And I don't know, just him dying, the entire ending, that was just the clear end to something bigger than I can explain. So when he died, I was pissed off. I was mad at the writers. I was mad at the Russo brothers because I felt ever since that they took control of Marvel, they did not do right by Tony Stark. They kind of made Civil War look like Tony Stark was the bad guy when he wasn't. They broke Pepper and Tony up, and then, they killed, his son, in a way, Peter Parker. They killed like, they left him alone in space. Like, I just felt like they totally did him wrong, and, like, I was totally, like, they shouldn't have killed him. Like, my theory before was that, like, because they were doing this whole thing with, like, his left arm throughout the whole series, like, if you paid attention, and, like, I just thought that, like, he was gonna lose his left arm, and then he was gonna have to retire, and so that's the ending that I wanted, because I knew that Robert Downey Jr. was kind of done playing Tony Stark, so, like, him dying was just, like, the worst thing, and, like, it was one of those things that, like, I always knew was going to happen, but, like, I was just really, really hoping that it wouldn't. Because, like, in a way, I, like, needed him. But now, after all this time, like, I can finally appreciate, like, that is, like, the only way that it could have happened. Like, any other way, it would have not been, like, I can't use another word, but it couldn't have been as epic. That was the best ending that there could have been. Like, I mean, it's sad because Tony Stark got the ending that he never wanted but knew he was going to have, and Steve Rogers, the other main character, got the ending that he wanted but never thought was possible. And so, like, yeah, it sucks that, like, they introduce this kid, like, they're supposed to be this whole setup for, like, Peter Parker and Tony Stark, and they just didn't have enough time, and, like, Pepper and Tony, they finally, like, get together, and it's finally perfect, and then, like, it sucks to see him go, but, like, that is the only, like, I can't even, like, I get goosebumps thinking about it, like, oh my god, like, it's just, like, there's no other way it could have happened, and, like, everything, like, some people say that, like, Bucky Barnes should have gotten the shield, like, I don't know if it's just because I'm biased towards, like, the hate of Bucky Barnes, even though, like, even at the end of that movie, I still liked him more than I did, like, Sam Wilson should have gotten the shield, like, Peggy and Steve, like, Steve so deserved that, and, like, I don't know, it's just, like, I feel like it's awesome that Tony Stark, like, beside, like, just one of the few that doesn't have actual powers, like, everything that he has is, like, he's not, he's just human, you know, there's no super serum, there's no nothing, like, he's just a human, and he, like, saved the entire universe, and, like, I don't know, I just feel like there's something awesome about that in general, but then, like, something awesome about that just, like, from a bigger standpoint about how, like, just a human can, like, do that and, like, can come back from so much. And, like, I don't know. I thought it was awesome. And I'm trying to think of, like, problems I had with the movie, but, like, none of it. Like, we got to see Tony and his dad. We got to see Peggy and Steve. We got to see Steve and Tony make up. Like, I mean, the one thing that we didn't get was, like, a Natasha Bruce ending, but, like, fingers crossed that they get her back in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Like, I don't know. I just, like, well, Gamora and Peter, but, like, I know, and I know this because I have to know this, that is not the end for Gamora and Peter. It can't be. Oh, God. Whatever, but I don't know, like, I loved what they did with Captain Marvel, kind of, because, like, I thought if she came in and just, like, saved the entire universe, that it would have kind of, like, taken away the justice from, like, the characters that have been here. Like, she's part of the new era, and, like, I thought that if she just came in and, like, saved the day, that, like, it totally would have, I don't know, like, taken away, like, from everything, and, like, I thought that, like, her not being in it as much was awesome. Like, I thought giving Rocket a big part was, like, amazing. Like, Clint, like, he was always, like, of the six, probably my, like, the six original, he was probably my least favorite, just because he didn't really do anything, but in that, you even got to see him be amazing. Like Natasha, like, the sacrifice she made, like, that was awesome. And, like, all of it, though, it literally shattered my heart into a million pieces. Like, it could not have gone any other way. Like, I don't even know, like, how to explain, like, my feelings for this movie. Like, at first, when I saw it, like, holy fuck. Like, I was like, I thought it was good, obviously, but I was like, what a terrible ending. But, like, now I realize that is the ending. And, like, just everything, like, even, like, the small, like, the Avengers assemble, like, Steve, like, on your left, like, I am Iron Man, like, okay, so, like, oh my god, it's just, like, that movie literally just, like, it got like, I'm, like, shaking talking about it, like, it's just, like, it did everything that it needed to, and, like, I can't even talk about it, like, I don't know, I just, like, I couldn't appreciate that Tony Stark died in the moment, obviously, because, like, I couldn't appreciate any of it, but, like, that was the way it needed to end. Like, he sacrificed everything for the entire universe, and that's insane. And, like, Peter and Tony finally got their, like, hug, which was just, like, everything to me. And I don't know, I just, like, and, like, at first I was like, I hate Doctor Strange, like, get out, I hate you. But, like, honestly, like, Doctor Strange, like, if he didn't do that, Tony Stark would have died right then and there from getting stabbed. And then, but instead, like, he got these extra 5 years where, like, he did get the life he wanted to. He had a kid, he got married, like, he got everything. And I don't know, it's just, like, part of me really hopes that because Spider-Man Far From Home is, like, the multiverse, like, I don't know, I could see it, like, Peter traveling through, and then there is still a universe where Tony Stark didn't die, Peter Parker and all the Avengers that got dusted didn't come back, and, like, I could see them reuniting in that, but, like, I don't even know if I want it, because just, like, the end of that movie, like, the end of Tony Stark was just, like, it was everything, and I don't know, but I just felt like every single character besides Bruce and Natasha got, like, and Peter and Quill, but that, Peter and Gamora, but that story isn't over yet. And hopefully Bruce and Natasha's isn't either, but it was just, like, it was everything that I could have dreamed of. And, like, I went into it just being, like, my only dream is Tony Stark didn't die, and I came out, like, realizing months later that, like, that is what, like, we needed to see. Like, because Robert Downey Jr. wasn't going to be on screen anymore, and, like, if he was going to go away, like, any other way, like, that was the way to do it. I don't know. It was just, like, every single thing, like, I ever, like, okay, so, like, top 5 favorite scenes, like, well, my first favorite is I'm Iron Man from Iron Man 1, and so that came back into Avengers Endgame, and then another one of my favorite scenes was when, Peter Quill's doing, Come and Get Your Love in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and, like, they brought that back, too, like, I don't know, and, like, oh, God, I loved every second. I loved every second of that movie. Like, every second, like, I don't know, that's just the kind of thing, like, that I think is important to life, like, for me, it was always, like, all of my problems, like, friend drama, like, real problems, like, everything, like, I would go to MetLife Stadium, and I would sit in the stadium for, like, games, like, 4 hours, and, like, all of a sudden, just, like, all of those problems don't matter anymore because you're just so focused on the game, and, like, I never thought that anything else could do that for me until I saw this movie. Like, I went to go see that movie so many times, just because I was in complete shock as to what had just happened, but then, like, also just because, like, it just takes me away, like, it just, like, oh God, sorry, this was a 13-minute video, but, like, that movie was, like, life-changing, and I know that sounds, like, stupid, but, like, just from, like, a big fan of movies in general, like, that's honestly one of my favorite movies of all time, and, like, it just, like, it did so much for me, and, like, it just really, like, closed up a chapter, like, perfectly, because, like, that was the end of an era, and, like, next year, I hate this, but, like, I'm going off to college, like, no, well, I mean, I'm a junior in high school, so, like, the year after I'm going away, but, like, you know, I just feel like a lot of things in my life are coming to an end, like, kind of my childhood in a way, because, like, I'm kind of growing up, like, Eli Manning, like, big part of my childhood, like, he's getting older, like, this is probably his last year, like, that's coming to an end, like, I don't know, it's just, like, a lot of things are coming to an end, and, like, I'm just happy that this was, like, a huge part of my life, and that it ended in such an epic way. So, anyway, if you haven't seen it, I'm so sorry if I spoiled it, but, like, dude, please go see it. It was the best, like, I don't even have words for it, so, oh God, it was insane. If anyone wants to go see it again with me, like, I'm on my way. Like, that was the best movie I've ever seen in my life. Okay, that's all.